So when I was younger, and I'm talking like 16, 17, 18, around those ages, there was this tattoos that got to be popular. And tattoos weren't readily easily to get, but you could get them. And a lot of guys that age, my age at the time, were getting these like tribal band tattoos. And it's like, it's the coolest thing, you know. I got this tribal band tattoo. Or they get this barbed wire wrapped around their arm, you know. And they loved it, you know, because you're young, you're healthy, your body looks good, you got this badass tribal band tattoo, and you're sporting around. As I went on through life, and around 24 to 30, you'd run into these guys that had these tattoos, and they're like, this tattoo's the stupidest thing I ever did. You know, this barbed wire looks like crap. I'm really not a member of any tribe, you know, and they regretted it. And and the thing is, it's actually something that's natural because it's part of just growing up. I can assure anyone who's listening to this or whatever, if you're young, and let's just say you're 17, you know, you're almost an adult. I can assure you the things, your taste and your likes at 17, 24-year-old you are not going to like it. Okay? And somewhere in between 25 and 30, it all kind of works itself out to where you have the same taste on it. But whatever you thought was when you were 16, you know, these guys, I'm sure that, you know, I got a Pokemon tattoo, and, you know, when I was 16, and now, you know, I'm 30, and it's just the dumbest thing I feel like I got. And maybe not. Maybe you still love it. You know, that's great. And, you know, the neat thing about tattoos, though, if you do have great regret about it, that today's technology, you know, they got these lasers. They can just, you know, remove them. It's gone. Or you can go get another tattoo of something that you do dig and cover it up, you know. And but what I'm getting at is it's where way we are. It's the way humans are. It's the way our brains are. You know, somewhere around 25 or whatever. That's when it's, you know, they say, hey, it's through growing and all that stuff, and, you know, you're as sharp as you're going to get, you know, maybe. And but the thing is I feel like almost everybody can relate to me on 16-year-old, 12-year-old, whatever. You know, that's why 18-year-olds and 12-year-olds typically don't hang out, because they have totally different interests and likes and all kinds of things. And if they did, it's kind of weird, you know, unless they're siblings and they have to, but it's not the same. You know, so I'm listening to the news this morning, and I'm hearing how this federal judge kicked out a state law that's preventing children from having gender reassignment surgery. Now, I know right away I'm going to get, you know, labeled as transphobic or whatever, you know, and I don't really care, because I'm at my wit's end. Is like, why have we lost all common sense in this country? If your son or daughter feels like they're the opposite sex and they truly feel that way, okay, that's fine. But encouraging them or letting them do things that are irreversible to their body before they're at the age of knowing what they truly are and want is a terrible decision. It's terrible. And I feel like we're going to see in the near future more and more of these people with terrible regrets of these surgeries they had, because their brain wasn't really settled in on who they really are. And look, I have no problem if this person says, I want to be a boy, and she's, you know, born a girl. Let her do what makes her happy, but don't let her destroy her body at the age of 13. And then she realizes, you know, I loved my girl body, but I didn't, you know, and then it's too late. It's too late. You have screwed that child's life up. Don't, you know, what's going on in America for us to let these kids at this age do something that drastic? I don't understand it. Treat them like decent human beings, and then once they get 18, 20, whatever at age, and they still feel like, hey, I want a mastectomy and I want to do whatever it else is they do, then let them do it. But to let these kids make their minds up for something so drastic done to their body, it's irresponsible, and it just doesn't make good sense. And that's what, common sense in this country now has become, a bad thing. What parent would let their kid do something like that? And I'm gonna say something else. I see parents out there that want the attention and of having a gay or trans child. And I feel like there's some parents out there that want to push it. I've got a trans child, and I've got all the bumper stickers and the equal signs and all. And the kid might not really be that way. And you're messing that kid's head up. If your child is gay, straight, bi, whatever, that's them. You pushing your ideology or your ways onto them is wrong. Straight or gay, whatever. Now, I'm going to catch shit from people who are like, well, gay's a sin. And you know what? It is. Maybe it is. But judging people's a sin. And to hate someone because they're gay is a sin. Because if you follow Jesus, you're taught to hate the sin, not the sinner. And if you hate the sinner, then you're just as jacked up as that you think they are. But anyway, I didn't mean to get off on religion and all this, but I'm just saying, my problem is right now is we're letting these kids do drastic things to their bodies that they shouldn't be doing until they're old enough to know, this is what I want. I really want that tribal band tattoo. It's the greatest thing ever, and it's what I need. Then get it. But I almost guarantee anybody that's my age or a little bit younger or maybe even a little bit older knows people. Tattoo's a great example, that regret that freaking tattoo they got when they were a teenager, because that's not who they are now. Anyway, just think about this, and let's get back to being normal. Let these kids be who they are and grow up to who they're going to be. Don't let them do dumb stuff to themselves that they can't change, because then it's a whole nother terrible thing that these kids are going to have to deal with. And anyway, I probably stirred up enough shit, so I'm done.